Peace and Blessings Collective. Welcome in. This is an interesting setup we have here. I actually, if you caught yesterday's video, interesting, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, newness. I had I called it a bunny day, but really it was just a mother-daughter day with my mom yesterday. Interesting, as I was shuffling, I can see that the Nine of Wands was actually reversed sitting in the deck, and usually Nine of Wands is like boundaries, being really like having strong boundaries, essentially like boundaries that you kind of fought tooth and nail to have. But it came out in reverse, which is really the experience that I had yesterday with my mom. Like it, because I knew that this interaction, this encounter was going to be different. And I am filming, like I'm sitting outside of my car, but the camera's in my car because it is windy and I don't want my cards to blow away. But I'm sitting at the beach, which is down the street from my childhood home, which like that's such a blessing. Like that's something that like I feel like I won't say took for granted as a kid, but maybe like was just taken for granted overall in my existence. The fact that I lived so close to a beach, world at the bottom of the deck, like literally had the world in the palm of my hands my entire life, and probably can count on maybe two hands how many times I've been to this beach, and most of those times were when I was in high school, when I was able to bring myself here and drive myself here. Um, Even though it is close enough to walk, but it would be kind of a long walk. But all that to say, like, the Fool, like this is the energy, like it's new beginnings. The message has been so loud. I woke up with these, it's a song by Fred Hammond called Loud, or Loud, and the specific line that keeps coming to me is, you got the victory, don't you understand? Clap your hands, everybody, yeah. Move your feet, everybody, yeah. Dance with me, everybody, yeah. King of Swords. Yeah, it's like you have to like in the Eight of Wands, there is really like a swift transition, and now I'm seeing the Lovers. This integration of divine feminine, divine masculine, but also not just on a 2, 3, 4 on the times I'm saying that, but like the integration of the higher self, masculine and feminine, because those are two. I mean, it's all one, but those are two separate energies as well. Like when we think of integrating the feminine and the masculine within, we think very like 3 dimensional, very like doing energy, like okay, I'm not toxic masculine, or like uh, I don't know, like I guess toxic femininity would be like maybe constantly being like a damsel in distress when you know that you don't have to be like. And in some instances, that energy is the energy that that's just the energy signature of the person, and not necessarily their intention. Um, but from a higher self perspective, it's like being able to communicate with these separate aspects of self and being able to hear them clearly. Three of Wands, and like using that to help you chart your course in a like grounded way. Even though I feel like if you're resonating with my content, a lot of the decisions you're making, Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, feel a little ungrounded, or like you're stepping outside of what you've ever known as stability. But you have to trust that what you're feeling, Ace of Wands again, is really bringing in new manifestations and judgment under that. Yeah, like you are in divine connection, divine contact with your soul, with your higher self. And like there's a lot of work being done behind the scenes, regardless of what it feels like or what it looks like. Excuse me. Hermit, all that the work that you have done in solitude is now being like reflected to you in your 3D reality, because there's no choice. Like you can't change everything about who you are without everything about your life changing. I hope that makes sense, because it just feels like you can't expect things to stay the same when you know you've changed, essentially. Um, and you can try to make things stay the same for the sake of like, and it was 444 as I was saying that, but that won't, like, that's not going to be stabilizing. Like Hangman, you need to literally, you have to make a new decision And a lot of times those decisions means walking away from things that you previously, were really attached to. But that intuition, and that's this King of Cups is the most masculine intuitive, because intuition is typically a feminine energetic, not gender trait, because intuition is literally receiving. But being able to receive and make decisions based on what it is you received. Knight of Swords. Yeah, something is coming in fast. And I, because I'm feeling all these energies as well, and I'm like, I'm feeling like tension in my lower back, which was not there when I started filming. So it's like there is still like some resistance, maybe like to the stretch, because what it feels like I need to stretch my back, and it's like literally leap or get pushed. Um, it's time to stretch beyond the boundaries of what you have considered safe, because safe does not necessarily mean beneficial. Like, yeah, you're safe to continue experiencing the same things you've always experienced, but are you enjoying it? Does it make you happy? Is it bringing you joy? Is this the best possible experience you could be having? Are there things that, you know, maybe could be changed by simply addressing them, by like speaking to them and having the courage to do that? Like speaking truth to power, like, or what you perceive to have power, or what you have given your power. Yeah, like you don't know, believe it to receive it. Like you don't know what you can have or what you will or should have. You don't know. I mean, you do. You have like the intuitive knowing, but you don't know how easy it would be for you to receive it unless you take the steps toward it. Because the more you resist it, you can't. How do you receive when your hand is closed? But you may not even realize your hand is closed. I transmute limiting beliefs into opportunities for expansion. Like under the light of the moon. The moon is very significant for this collective, I have to say, because the moon has come out in I think the last 4 videos. Like the energy of the moon, and this past full moon, and then the upcoming new moon in Leo, I believe. Worthy. Literally, you are so worthy of whatever it is that you are feeling drawn toward right now. Like whatever that big thing is, whatever the scary thing is, the thing that makes you feel like, I don't know, like that makes your ego get loud. And essentially, because that was the song I channeled, was LOUD, loud. Yeah, don't let your ego talk you out of the things your soul has in store for you. Like, you literally came to this earth to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. If you're resonating with the messages that you receive on this channel, like, you are the new human. You are here to be in the 5D new earth. Literally, higher self just flipped over. You are here to be the embodiment of your higher self. Sound healing, that may be significant for someone, or for many of us, like healing frequencies. Was it solfeggio frequencies? Is that what it's called? And then we have earth coming out, which would be grounding. Be present. The time is now. Interesting. New car. Find stillness. Yeah, and it's interesting because this new car actually just gave me like new vehicle. Like, because if you watched yesterday's video, we talked about like upgrades, like full system upgrades. The vehicle your soul is driving right now, the vehicle you are in, this vessel, it's new. Like, it's brand new. And you are still learning how to drive it. And that's, when you first drive a brand new car, there's a little bit of hesitancy, like, okay, well, I don't know where the buttons are, I don't know exactly where everything is, but I'm figuring it out as I go. And as the more you drive it, the more you go places, the more you leave in that vehicle, the more you operate the vehicle. Sound healing is coming out again. So maybe listening to frequencies while you drive. Yeah, like, maybe nothing overly relaxing, but like intentionally listening to things that, like, put you in a higher state of frequency while driving, because that is a place where a lot of people receive downloads, is driving, because a lot of us do it on autopilot, especially when we're going places that we have been many times before. So your subconscious mind is more open, and you're more susceptible to receiving clarity. Literally, yes, just flipped over. So yeah, be intentional with your driving time. So we have yes, spotlight, manifestation, throat chakra. Yeah, the, I don't know how else to put that, actually. Like, it's time to come outside, and then I have cry hard, laugh harder at the bottom of the deck. You're being called to feel all of your feelings and express them in when you feel called. Like, you will know when it is time to speak, because you will feel it, or time to act, or time to do, or time to leave, whatever it is. You have to really get into your body. And it's like the pain that I was feeling, it was across my whole lower back, and now it's more just on the left side, which is the feminine side, which is kind of giving, like, your your divine feminine energy is being stretched to receive, because you are about to receive in a whole new way. It was just 11:11 as I was saying that, like, that you're being stretched to receive, but you cannot resist what you are receiving, and you also cannot be stingy, or like, um what's, like, you can't hold on too tight to the things that you already have either, because it's going to be cyclical. Things are going to flow in and out of your life, because this is the path that you've chosen. You've chosen a path where there are, I won't say there aren't many, but it is going to feel like, at least in the beginning, like there aren't as many stable characters in your life as maybe other people have. But that's just because it's the the soul tribe that you're calling in is on the same or a similar path as you are, which means they are also experiencing this thing. And the only way for you to come into community with these people is to stand out. 12:12 on the time as I'm saying this is for you to stand out and, like, do your thing publicly, like, be seen doing your thing, so people know what you're like, that you're sending the signal, that's your beacon, that's the light you're projecting, the lighthouse, your bat signal, if you will. Community is coming, 1 2 3 4 on the time, but you have to look, nature, get out in nature with a new perspective, or operate from your nature with a new perspective, and you will receive restitution for the karmic exchanges that you have been able to release, because the things that you are letting go in this season are going to be replaced with, like, the fifth dimensional, the upgraded, the what really came to mind was the 10x version of whatever that thing was, like the 10x positive version. Like, you're not losing anything. Room is just being made for you to receive everything you were seeking, but that was already inside of you. But now that you are accepting what's inside of you, you can now receive it outside of you. I think I'm going to leave this message here. I'm not at my desk, so I don't have all the cards and things to keep going. But I feel like that's really the key here. It's like the song said, "You've got the victory, don't you understand? You already won." Like, and that's the thing. And part of the affirmation that I say, if you've seen, I won't say the first 3 videos, but like the first 3 videos on this channel where you can actually see my face in the thumbnail, or like you see my, that's not a TikTok. I don't, I'm just, but, but where was I even going with that? You got the victory. Oh, you've already won, the affirmation. So the last line of my affirmation essentially is, this game of life is already won, so mote it be and so it is. And because the game is already won, I'm not playing to win, I'm playing for fun. Have fun. On that note, I am going to love and leave you here. You know, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I have been seeing the interaction, and the the increased interaction is very encouraging for me because I'm on this same journey with you. Like, this is me showing up to be seen, to find Soul Tribe, and it might be you. Who knows? But yeah, I am wishing you an abundant ascension, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.